If you're a wealthy individual and you're looking for countries around the world that don't want to tax your wealth, your inheritance, your capital gains, these are 7 countries that are not that talked about on YouTube, on social media, or pretty much anywhere that you can move to, spend 90 to 180 days, and I'm not talking about Dubai, I'm not talking about the usual places that most people go, I'm talking about new 7 countries that you should consider. The first one could be Andorra. Andorra is a small, mountainous, extremely beautiful country bordering Spain and France. A lot of Spaniards and a lot of French people go to Andorra, spend 90 plus days in the country, also invest in the country because technically it's part of the Schengen area, but in order to actually live there and pay taxes in Andorra, much lower than what you would pay in Spain, for example. Somebody paying 50% tax in Spain will go to Andorra and pay 10% tax on their profits, on their personal income. Then they will have no estate tax, no inheritance tax, no wealth tax. You have a wealth tax in Spain, as well as other countries like Norway. If you were to move to Andorra to enjoy the tax-free lifestyle, you would need to get a residency permit and tax residency, and that's relatively straightforward if you're European. If you're non-European, it's going to take a lot more steps, but if you're European, you can easily move to Andorra. It's a beautiful country. Spending 90 days, it might get a little bit boring, but during the ski season, it's amazing. Starting December 1st, all the way to February, that's when the ski season is really pumping, and those times are really fun to be in Andorra, as well as in the summer where you can hike, you can enjoy all the mountains you have. You have Barcelona 3 hours away, you have many airports 2 to 3 hours away, so it's definitely a place that you should consider if you want to pay 0 taxes while remaining in Europe. The next country, El Salvador in Latin America, currently holding the Miss Universe pageant. It's becoming a world hub. It just launched a new library, massive cooperation between El Salvador and China, and overall growing as a tax-free place in the world. If you move there, your children that are born in El Salvador are citizens. It's relatively straightforward to get residency, although you actually have to be in the country to get a residency permit. Not like golden visas in Europe where you can just invest from outside. You actually have to be in El Salvador, but it's pretty straightforward. You invest a little bit or you show some income, you get residency, as well as no tax on foreign income, no crypto tax. Obviously, Bitcoin is one of the currencies, the official currencies of the country, so they will not tax it, as well as no inheritance tax, no estate tax, no wealth tax. So if you're looking for a place that is safe as well, it was one of the most dangerous in the world. Now it's one of the safest in the world, the safest in Latin America, I would argue, just like the president has argued many times. If you're moving to a place that is a bit less popular, a bit more rural, a lot of people say that El Salvador, even though it's developing, it still has that rural mindset, a lot of small towns with broken roads. So if you like that grit, you like that lifestyle where you just go through the beach, through a sand road or through a dirt road, and you want that kind of lifestyle, as well as some developed cities, more developed areas, just like the Surf City area of El Salvador, then definitely a good mix for you while you don't pay any taxes. And just a note, for any of these programs, if you're interested in doing them and receiving our help through your process, click the link in the description, wealthyexpat.com, book a call with us. We're happy to help you. The next country over in Central Asia. I've actually been to this country, absolutely beautiful. It's growing as a world hub. It's receiving investments from Russia, China, even India, and many countries in Asia, and that is Kazakhstan. I've been to Kazakhstan. Absolutely beautiful. One of the most beautiful places, most underrated places in the world. A lot of people think it's just a dump, this post-Soviet dump somewhere in the mountains. Almaty is an incredible city. Ritz-Carlton Hotel, incredible hotel. Overall, the hospitality of people, amazing. The friendliest people you'll ever meet. The best food, although if you don't like to eat horses, you might not like Kazakhstan that much. I was really surprised. They have horses literally everywhere. Horses, burger, horse meat, all over the place. So you have to make sure to ask, when you order a burger, I don't want horse meat, I want regular beef on my burger. Overall, 10% personal income tax maximum you'll pay. No wealth tax, no inheritance tax. If you're looking for a place that is really off the radar, really away from pretty much everything, if you're looking to escape a world war, pretty much Kazakhstan is going to be away from most conflicts, and a country that is getting better over time. We're always looking at places that are improving, that have a good future in their minds, in the politicians, in the government overall. They're striving towards the future to be better, to attract more investment, and Kazakhstan is one of those places. The next country, back to Europe, if you're looking for a place that has low migration levels, that controls their immigration very strictly, that also attracts a lot of wealthy people, that wants wealthy entrepreneurs, wealthy individuals to come to their country. They don't tax your wealth, they don't tax your inheritance, they don't tax your estate, as well as they give you the lowest corporate tax in Europe, comparable to Dubai, 9% 8% corporate tax, that is Hungary. Hungary has plenty of programs. If you're a wealthy individual, you can start a company, you can buy real estate. I mean, you have all the options you want in order to get residency. They're also launching a new golden visa. If you invest 250,000 euros all the way to €1 million in different investment vehicles, you can get residency in Hungary, as well as residency in the Schengen area. In the European Union, you can work yourself towards Hungarian citizenship if you live in the country and you speak Hungarian. Very hard language, but overall, if you want to lower your taxes, you're European or even non-European, because you can just get the golden visa and move to Hungary as a non-European. If you're European, you can just pretty much move to Hungary. You can start a company in Hungary, 9% tax, no wealth tax. You have a country that is very strict on who they allow into the country, who they allow to get asylum, who they allow to get a residency permit. I see Hungary as one of those countries that has strict immigration rules, but relaxed immigration rules for people that are willing to invest in the country. And they're always trying to attract new direct investment. Definitely one of those countries that has a bright future ahead of it. The next country, one of those separated countries from all the chaos, where wealthy individuals are enjoying a peaceful life, a very safe life, very beautiful, very natural life. That is Uruguay. Uruguay in South America, one of those countries where you can go to escape from the world, where you can go to create your little bubble. A lot of Brazilians, a lot of Argentinians, their taxes are going up, their overall economic disasters are increasing. They're moving to Uruguay for less taxes. You can get a massive tax exemption all the way from 6 years to 11 years. 11-year tax exemption if you bring money to the country. It's relatively hard to get permanent residency and citizenship. They've really clamped down on that. But if you're willing to invest in the country, if you're willing to invest your time as well in the country, if you want to get permanent residency, you will have to spend within 6 months in order to show the government that you really have ties to the country, that you really plan on investing your time and really planning to live in the country. But if that's your case, if you want less taxes, you want to be separated from the world, you don't care about Europe, you don't care about the West, you just want to go somewhere in Latin America where you can be safe, where you can have low taxes, no wealth tax, no inheritance tax, again, none of these crazy taxes that they impose on the wealthy, then Uruguay could be one option. And it's growing as a hub for wealthy people. Most people that have a lot of money, especially in South America, even in North America, they're looking at all their options and they want to stay within that continent. Uruguay is the best choice, as well as El Salvador. Now, for one country that, if you're a wealthy foreigner, or even if you're a wealthy citizen, they don't really care that much about your taxes. They don't really care that much about your finances, and that is Serbia. I've talked about Serbia many times. You can get Serbian residency, Serbian citizenship. We can help you with that. It's absolutely a great country to go and pay less tax, even though people that work a regular job pay very high taxes. Actually, Serbia is one of the highest low-tier employment tax countries, where if you're just a regular worker, you will have to pay a lot of tax because you're getting a salary. But if you're a wealthy individual, they will not touch you. They will not touch your crypto. They let you live your life freely. They're not going to constantly send letters to your mail saying you owe us this or you owe us that, or they're going to pull money from your bank account. That does not happen in Serbia. Obviously, follow the law. If you're investing in Serbia and you're making money from those investments, if you're getting capital gains from the Serbian economy, then obviously pay your taxes. But it's not a restrictive government. It's not a government that's going to chase you around the world, even if you're a citizen. So I highly recommend, if you're looking for a place that is not super developed, but it has some level of development, it's improving over time, it's getting better and better. The passport is one of the most underrated in the world. I've talked about that many times. And you're looking for a place that'll just leave you alone, right next to the European Union, literally at the border of the European Union, at the border of Hungary. If you want to go to one of these other places that we talk about, one of the places that I highly recommend, if you want your crypto to not be touched, if you want your taxes, nobody cares about them. Or unless you make money from the economy and you want to live a more free life, Serbia is that place. One other great thing is that your cost of living will go down massively depending on the city that you choose. There's many cities. Obviously, most people choose Belgrade. And depending on the region in Belgrade, you can save a lot of money compared to where you're living now. And the last country on this list, if you're looking for a Caribbean island, a beautiful, full of so many pristine beaches that attracts wealthy foreigners, that attracts wealthy people from all over the world, that is Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua and Barbuda has really been off the radar when it comes to all of these, let's say, EU restrictions that they put on CBI programs like St. Kitts, Dominica. The UK removed Dominica visa-free travel to the UK. Antigua has kind of been off the radar, off the conversation. They do have a CBI program. It's $130,000 and you can get it in 6 months. It's an amazing passport, just like the St. Kitts passport right now. Let's see how it develops over time. Let's see if we lose access to Europe, access to the UK. It's going to be a less worthy passport, but Antigua for now seems safe. It's a beautiful island, has more than 300 beaches all over that you can go to and enjoy, and it attracts a lot of wealthy foreigners. Antigua has a larger population than St. Kitts and it's relatively safer than St. Kitts, so it attracts a lot of foreigners, a lot of Americans Americans go to Antigua. A lot of Americans actually live in Antigua and Barbuda, and they enjoy the beautiful lifestyle while also paying absolutely 0% tax. You can have a complete tax-free lifestyle while living in Antigua and Barbuda, and you don't have to worry about the immigration procedures of the Cayman Islands, of the Bahamas, of all these really hard immigration places, because so many people invest in these countries to get zero tax. Antigua, you can just get the citizenship and you're done. If you're looking for a better country to live in as a wealthy individual, check out this video right here on the 10 countries that my clients are choosing all over the world for more freedom, less taxes to protect their assets. Check it out right now.